Goes lower, so do gas prices. In 12 states across the country, they have gas retailing for under $2 a gallon. But where does gas and oil, where do they go from here? Chad Morganlander is still back with us. And joining us, Steve Cortes, BGC Partners trader and senior strategist. Let's take it to you, Steve. What do you think?
You know, Elizabeth, thanks for having me again. Look, when we look at energy, I actually like energy here. I think gas prices and crude oil prices are probably going higher from here. The main reason I say that is I believe the Fed is going to be on hold. With this kind of global volatility in equity markets and with this kind of slow growth across the globe, I don't think there's any way that the Fed can hike rates in September, probably not even in December. If that happens, probably the U.S. dollar goes lower. Generally, energy and the dollar are inverse. So what's bad for the dollar is good for energy. So I don't like a lot right here, by the way. I'm pretty negative on the whole, but I do like energy. But by the way, too, I don't think we should overstate how important energy is for the United States in terms of lower energy. We have become such a major energy producer. We are Saudi America now because we produce so much. So low energy prices, net, while people love it at the gas pump, is probably not a good thing for America. It will actually help us to have slightly higher energy prices. Really?
Wait, hang on. By the way, just to make it clear, lay it out for the viewer. When the dollar gets weaker, oil prices, tend to flatten out, go up?
Well, when the dollar strengthens, then that puts pressure on oil prices, and Steve's 100% correct.
Yeah, oil prices start to go down.
Exactly.
So the dollar weakens, oil will go up.
So the point is that it's a currency trade. If you think the dollar is going to strengthen, you should be bearish on oil. We believe that dollar will continue to strengthen over time. The Federal Reserve will be on hold until perhaps 2016.
You think higher oil prices are good for the economy?
I think it's a net neutral for the economy. It certainly doesn't create a tremendous impulse for the consumer. To really move along the economy, you have to have mortgage credit actually expand. That's good for the economy. There's, a couple of dollars here or there saved by, someone. I love to have that savings, but nonetheless, it doesn't move GDP up a great deal. So what's our expectation for oil prices?
But wait a minute, but more money in people's pockets. I mean, you see the consumer cyclicals moving up in restaurant stocks. You have Chipotle hiring, right? In one day, 4,000 workers, September 9th.
But the impulse on a broad base to GDP, to the U.S. economy, is a net neutral, to Steve's point.
Why?
Because we have become...
Elizabeth,
Go ahead, Steve.
I think this is important. Now, listen, does it benefit some consumer discretionary stocks? Absolutely. And your point about Chipotle is well taken. But having more jobs at Chipotle where somebody who works full time maybe makes, I don't know, $25,000, that doesn't even compare to oil jobs where somebody makes $100,000 in the tar sands of North Dakota.
You just nailed it.
Yes.
That's where our manufacturing jobs or creation is happening right now in our oil sector. Thank you. I was hoping you guys were going to say this because I'm very excited about this, and here's why. The president weighing in. Did you see what President Obama said recently? He said if you're really a free market capitalist, Koch brothers, you should be for solar energy. And he made that comment just yesterday. What do you make of the president now saying, all you fossil fuels crowd, if you're really about the free market, if you're really true capitalists, you should be also for solar and renewable energy? What do you make of that, Steve?
Elizabeth, thank goodness for American innovation, because what's happening in shale and what is happening in fracking is happening in spite of Washington, D.C., not because of Washington, D.C. Central planning always fails, whether it's energy policy or more broad industrial policy. So there's an energy revolution going on in the United States, but it has nothing to do with D.C. In fact, D.C. does nothing but get in the way, and the president should stand aside and let us continue to develop our energy resources, and by the way, on public lands as well. And then we would truly become Saudi America and become not just self-sufficient, but an export powerhouse of energy.
All right, we got to leave it there. Thank you so much, you guys.